Right. So we are playing Prime Mover. I spent about 2 hours making zero progress on this puzzle. I think I figured out what I need to do. So in this current setup, I have the numbers locking here, right? This doesn't work. In this setup, I have the numbers going here. And so I had the numbers go through here, but the problem is the first number was getting through too quickly. And so I was having to slow it down a lot. And it just was not working very well. So what I was trying to do was have a lock system. So the first number is going to come through here, and then the first number will come through here and go down. It'll go down and get locked here, and then I'll have the zero input. Once the sequence is terminated, the zero input will come through here and unlock this. It'll also simultaneously come in here and unlock this. Now, the sequence will always have at least one number, right? But the sequence does have different lengths. And so if I get a sequence that has 5, right, the system seems to work fine, right? So the first number is going to come through here. Oh, sorry. Let's delete these. So, sorry. First number comes through here, gets locked, and then the second, third, fourth, and fifth numbers will come through here. So we have our first number here. Right, so we'll call these green. The sorting we'll call blue. So first number will come through here, and then obviously this system resets. The second number will come through here, right? Same thing, get locked. Third number will come through here. Same thing, get locked. And so on and so forth. But if we have 5 numbers, so let's say theoretically this is the fifth, let's say this is the 5th sequence, but our sequence only has 3 numbers. The problem is no numbers will come through here, right? Because the sequence only had 3 numbers. So no input will come through here, but the 0 is still going to come and it's going to come and flip this switch. But this switch doesn't need to be flipped. So what we need to do is we need to have the input come along here and switch the track on this. And so we'll do something like this, where if there is an input, it's going to go down here and get locked. At the same time, you will also, theoretically duplicate it, right? And so we'll do, I guess we'll put it here. So the 0 input's going to come in from the top. And by default, the 0 input is just going to get deleted. The 0 input doesn't get deleted if and only if there is an input that also comes along here. Oh. So essentially, we're going to have a button here. So if there is no input here, then this 0 will come along this path and get deleted, right? If there is an input here, the input is going to hit this button, which will trigger this path to go to the right, or I guess left if you are looking at it from this direction. But it'll make the go down this track, which will reset the system, right? Perfect. And then anytime something passes over this, it automatically will default back to this side, which is perfect. This is what we want it to do. We don't want it to stay on the left here. And then also the input we use to trigger this will get deleted, so that's perfect. So if there is an input and this needs to be reset, this system will reset it. If there is no input here, the 0 will just get deleted. So this should work. This is kind of what I came up with in the car. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I'll just use the input as a way. So I can look here. So this sequence is 1, 2, 3 numbers followed by 0. The 1, 2, 3 numbers followed by 0. 1, 2 numbers followed by 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers followed by 0. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, and then this one actually only has 1. So so what needs to happen here is I need, first of all, this first number is going to get stored here. Second number is going to get stored here. Third number is going to get stored here. And then do I have these somewhere else? I do. Okay, sweet. So, right, numbers come through here. And then this will get locked as the first number passes through. Positive numbers, right, which are the numbers in the sequence, will then go here, hit this button, unlock the next number. So this is going to allow all the numbers to get through. Once a 0 comes through, instead of coming to unlock this button, it's going to keep this locked, and then it's going to come along this path. The 0 is going to be the first number in the reversed sequence. So the 0 is going to go to D. Simultaneously, the 0 is also going to go enter this system. And in this system, the 0 is going to be doing multiple things, right? I did some notes on my break. So here, get this going. So the 0 input is going to 0. It's going to send to output. Sent to D. It's going to be sent to unlock sequence. It's going to be sent. It's going to be sent to reset the sorter. Excuse my horrible handwriting. It's going to be, we're sending to D as an input, or an output, I guess. We're outputting. We're unlocking the sequence that needs to be sent to D. We're resetting the sorter. And then we are unlocking the next. Oh my lord. The next sequence. So the 0 is doing a whole bunch of stuff. And all that was working. The only missing piece we had was the inputs in sequence trigger whether the 0 resets the corresponding I don't want to spell that, corresponding track, I guess. So the 0s were going to come along and reset the whole system, but they actually would have messed everything up if you got a short input. So the 0, this first number here, actually does not need to have a reset mechanism at all, or a check to see if 0 needs to reset, because each sequence will always have the first number. So this will always need to be reset. However, these 4 subsequent, let me just double check here. So the second number goes here, third goes here, right? Fourth goes here. And then the 5th number, actually, we can just, we just lock, right? And then we'll have the 0 come and unlock it. So we do need, again, to have this here. So we're going to take this input. Oh man, where am I putting this? Oh man. Can I do this? Okay, I can. Sweet. I mean, I guess I could just have it feed in here. Man, I swear I have a brain. I promise. I promise it's in there. So again, the 0 is going to default to getting deleted, and only if there is an input here, do we then send 0 to reset the system. And then we'll just have the output go to the right. We can have the output go down too. We have the outputs go down here for everything else, so might as well be consistent. So the 0 will come in here and get deleted. If there's an input, the system will toggle this second wire. And then as the 0 passes over, it'll get reset, which is perfect. That's just what we want. So if we don't have to worry about the 0 resetting a system that doesn't need to be reset. Because that would be a problem. So this should work, no? So now I just need to copy what I had in this one. What I used. Where did I put it? Oh, okay. So I need to have this and this blue chip, this blue board, but I also need to have it on here as well. Otherwise, we might have some problems. So I'll just kind of copy it, I guess. Okay, so first let me copy this system, paste that onto the system right here. Perfect. Okay, and then now, instead of pasting that every single time, I can just copy and paste this board, right? Paste that board. Just double check real quick, make sure it's the right one. Yep. Okay. Copy and paste here. And then ooh, I don't know. Can I actually paste it? Problem is if I click on this, it'll just... I guess I can just delete it. No. Yeah, I should delete it. Let's see. Oh no. Alright. I'm sure this is riveting to watch. So, apologize for that. I think that's it, actually. Yeah, we're good. So, just go ahead and make sure these systems work. So the 0 is coming in through here and getting deleted unless an input comes along and resets this. If an input goes up, right, it'll hit this button, which will change this. Sorry. When an input passes over this, it'll toggle down, and then it'll hit this button, which will then toggle it back up, which is where we want it. Every time we have a number come through here, we want the first one to go down, and then every other number will go up. So that's working. 0 comes along, hits this button to change it back down to reset, and then gets deleted. So that's perfect. And then now we just need to have a sorter for this. We need a sorter for this. So can I do that? Honestly, wait a minute. So instead of doing all this in the chip, can I not just do this up here? Because here's what I'm saying, right? So we have this just in case there's no input on this square, right? On this sequence on this board. But if I check for that here, I don't need to check for it twice. So I can just leave this here just cause. But honestly, I think I can just check here and I can actually delete that. So we'll try this first with both on there. It doesn't hurt to have any kind of redundancy here. I mean, it'll hurt our ticks, but yeah, I think I can just actually check. I mean, even can I check up here? Can I not just check up here? And that'll save me a ton of time too. So I mean, maybe I can't check up here because the problem is the input has to. Let me look at one of the other ones. The input has to come out of here. So there's already 4 lines going into it. This one's not connected for some reason. Yeah, so I don't think we can do the checks on this board, but we definitely can do the checks on this board. Now the question is, do I want to have the check inside of another circuit? Or do I want to just see if I can make it fit right here? Let me give it a shot over here. Yeah, I might just not have enough space. Can I move this whole system down? Let me try this. If I copy this, can I not just move it down one? Does this not just work? The input's going down and getting locked. And then now I can do the check. So by default, it's getting deleted. It is not getting deleted if this is the problem. The problem is the button needs to be here. Can I move this part over? Is that legal? And then just do something like this. Oh, come on now. Nah, because then there's no way for it to get out. Okay. What did I do? Okay, we'll just throw it inside a chip. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. We'll just throw a chip here. We'll denote this yellow. So this, we don't want... I guess we can keep... I'm like, should I even have a 0 come through here? If... Yeah, I mean, this is just so... Okay, now here is another interesting, unique problem. So I have the input duplicated here and coming out this way. I might have to duplicate the input at an earlier stage, like somewhere over here. So the 0 needs to come in from the top. The 0 needs to go down here. So if we duplicate here. And again, this is the second chip, right? This is the first chip. Why am I doing this on the first chip? There's always going to be a first number, so I don't actually have to do this at all over here. Whatever, I'll just keep doing it here for now. So the first input will come in here. Obviously it'll get duplicated and go into this system. Or I guess every input will get duplicated. And then we can have it come in the right here. So the 0 is going to come down from the left. So I was thinking not just putting it here, only because... We'll keep it here, but it's simple. We're just going to delete it. The problem is the input... Is the input going to be faster than the 0, you know? But it should. It should be. Especially with this system we got going on. I can always add some more slow wire here. Anyways, there's somewhere. I don't know. We can figure that out. So, input's going to come along here. Actually, yeah, it's just copy this. I'll go here. Just then I can go in here. Copy this. Paste that on the first one. And again, the reason we're doing this is because the first input, every sequence is going to have at least one number, so we don't actually have to do any check here at all. The 0 is always going to come down here. 0 is always going to get reset. And again, same with this fifth number. Oh, not fifth number. So, make this purple. So, in these purple chips is the sorter. In these green chips is the individual numbers. Individual numbers, and then inside the blue is... you can call it whatever you want. So... yeah, should I just delete all this? Because if we're already checking up here, there's no need to check further inside the chip. In any case, first number is going to come in here. 0 is going to come down. Yeah, why not? Get rid of all this. Get rid of all this nonsense. So the 0 is always going to come and reset this. So this first number, you come along, go here, and then it's always going to stay to the left after that. First number is going to get locked here. 0 is going to come down, unlock it. Perfect. Boom. We're golden. 0 is always going to reset it. Now this second track, we have to check to see And again, probably just delete all this because we're checking up here. So this is the second chip here. Input's going to get duplicated, and then if there is an input, we will switch this track. So we have 0 coming down from the top, the input's coming in from the right, and then we need, out of the left, we need the 0 to go down to reset the system. Once the 0 comes down, it'll toggle this back to the deleter. And that is all good in the hood. So the 0 is coming down this track. Input's coming in from the right. Input also goes in the right here. This deleter looks like it works. If the input also gets deleted as well, so that's that taken care of. You can't leave numbers on the board, of course. All right, is this it? Did we solve it? Are we solved? So I think I can just copy paste this into every one of these, except for, again, the fifth one, which does not, no, the fifth one doesn't need to check. Fifth one doesn't need to be sorted, but it does need to check if there was a fifth number inputted. So yeah, I can just copy this one into the other two. So this is box 2. I can copy this into 3 and 4. Right, and I think this is solved. I think this works now. And this is a new one for me. I've never actually, if you go back here. So some of these levels I've done before, because I played this game years ago. This one, I don't even have a score for, so I've never completed this. So this is the first time. Alright, so let's try this. Let's try this solution. With this one? Oh. Third save. Yep. Let's try this. So we have the... Oh, okay. Gotta be unlocked. Let's do that. Alright, so the 5 is going to come along. So adding more wire here doesn't actually slow down this at all. Yeah. So the 5 comes along, and this first sequence is 5, 16, 8, followed by 0. So the 5 comes along, unlocks the 16, and then enters into this. The 16 also is going to come along and unlock the 8. So the 5 is going to come in here. And in here, it'll get sent to the right. Now this track points to the left. So this 5 should come out here and get locked. Simultaneously, the 16 is about to enter the same way. So 16 is now coming in here. And it should come out the left here. And then this gets reset so it always stays left. So the 16 will now, in theory, enter this, enter here, and get locked, while also coming here and unlocking the track for the 0 to reset. Let's take a look here. Follow the 16 here. 16 coming along. 8 is also coming along. Perfect. And then we have the 0 entering here. The 0 looks like a little too fast, so we're definitely going to have to artificially slow that down. But let's just see how this plays out. 0's coming in here, getting duplicated. Now the 0 is going to come in here and get deleted. But that's not a problem. The 0 also is going to come in here and get deleted. Oh, shoot. Now we got a problem. So this will work for the first sequence, but if the 0 gets deleted, now it's just stuck on the left. So I can already go ahead and see some problems here. So let's first add a board to this 0. This is going to just slow it down. All we're doing is a bunch of slow wire. In fact, we can even go a step further. Connect these two. Keep this at the same color. And add some more slow wire here. Boom. Alright. So now this 0 that's going to reset the whole system is going to take a little while. Now, for these, we need to have a self-resetting system here. So that's a super easy fix. If a 0 comes in and gets deleted, it's just going to reset it so it stays getting deleted. Connect these two paths. So that should solve that. I can go in and I can actually just copy this yellow. No, keep going. Copy that. Out. Go into this yellow. Paste. Same thing. Go into this yellow. Go into this yellow and paste. And then finally, we'll go here. And we need a button. Looks like I just put it right here. So if the 0 gets reset, it won't mess up the track, and it'll get deleted, and then the input also gets deleted. Right? Okay. I'll make it slow, why not? So let's try this again and see what we got going on here. So we got the 5 coming in, we got the 16 coming in, we got the 8 coming in. Now the 5 should come out and get locked here. Let's go out here. Oh, too far. The 5 is locked here. 5's not going anywhere. Simultaneously, the 16 is in here. And we can go ahead and zoom out to this next track. 16 and 8 should be in here shortly. The 0 already got inputted to D. 16 is now getting duplicated. It's going to come in here. So we'll watch this. 16 is just going to come out the bottom here. Oh, we messed up. I mean me. Did we? No. We're good. 16's coming out. And 16 is also coming in here. To let the system know, hey, the 0 needs to be deleted. Or the 0 needs to reset the system, right? Oh, no. Oh, no, I see my mistake. The 8 and the 16 are both coming to hit this button. Oh, no. Okay, so... Shoot. We got a problem. So the problem is these all have... There's only 4 input-outputs for this system. The problem is if we don't sort before we duplicate to reset the system. Oh, shoot. I gotta do my Duolingo before I go to bed. Take the break. If we put this duplicator before the input comes in, then we're going to keep resetting this button multiple times, even though we don't need to. So we need to put this duplicator somehow after this button. The problem is we have the input on the right here. We want the following numbers to go out sorry, input's coming in from the left, the following numbers coming out the right. The output is coming out the bottom here. And the input for the 0 to reset the system is coming out of the top. And so I don't have a way to sort and also have the... Shoot. Okay, well. So let's just go ahead and delete these right off the bat. So essentially what needs to happen is... Oh, this is probably an easy fix, actually. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, so if I have the duplicated input come out here, Let's just go ahead and move this into the corner. So if I duplicate the input here, so this has already been sorted, then I can have it coming in here. The zero's coming in from the top. I have the input. Oh. I swear I have the brain, I promise. Okay. So the input's going to come in here and then enter the right side. So that should be fixed. Now, I also need to have this here. Problem is, I might run out of space here. The zero's coming along this path. And then I can just do this, no? Does this work? So the number is coming here and getting locked. Just going there and getting locked. The input is going to the system. And you should only ever get, because it's coming from the bottom here, you should only ever get the one number. So this should work now. This should work now. Right, buttons on this. Okay. So now I can just copy paste this. This. I wish I could see a chip counter, like before I have a solution. And then finally, we know already there's no sorting needed to be done here. So if there's an input, we're good. There will never be 6 numbers, so I can't have 2 numbers. Assuming I counted correctly. Alright, let's try that. See what we can do. See what we can do. Here. Comes out and gets locked. 16 and 8 are both here. 16 and 8 both come out. Perfect. Now the 16 should get stuck in here. And then the 8 goes through. And then the track stays left. 16 is now getting entered in the lock, and then also the 16 is going to tell the 0, hey, you need to reset this system. And the 0 again is way too fast. 15 lock here. The 8 is coming in now, and it's way faster than the 0. So again, we'll just go ahead and put a stop to this. Let's copy this. Go a step further. Just here. Okay, we'll try this again. So let's just watch the 0 now. There's the 8 and 0. Yeah, the zero's not going anywhere anytime soon. 16. Where's the 8? 8's coming. Zoom out where we zeros coming here. Plenty of time. So this first sequence is 3 numbers followed by 0. Total of 4 numbers. So the 3 numbers should easily beat the 0, but the 5 numbers, I don't know if they'll beat the 0, so I might have to add some more for those. But for this specific test, should be okay. 8's coming in here. It will then get sorted and go tell the 0, hey, you need to reset this system. Also stay locked. Now let's zoom back out here. Oh, I guess we don't have to zoom out yet. We need to wait for the 0. This blue highlight appears that it lets you know that there's an input on the board. So our 8, our 16, and our 5 are all locked. And you'll notice they're all locked in order, right? So I need the 8 first, 16, and then 5. They're all reverse order. And because the 0 is coming in from the right side, it should unlock them in order as well. So we're all good here. 0 is still in there. So yeah, this will definitely work for 3 numbers. I'll need to add more slow wire for the zeros are in all the systems. So this 0 should just get deleted and reset the track. I don't know what happened to that other 0. I don't know why this is black. Oh, the 0 hasn't. What? No. What? Oh, it already got deleted. That's why. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, the 0 is getting deleted here. Alright. Sweet. So we can probably watch the 8 first. 0 is here. And then, did this reset? Yes, it did. Perfect. 0 is now going to come along here and reset this track. Oh. There's a problem. The 0 is not going to reset this and unlock, or it's not going to unlock the numbers. Okay. Again, easy fix. The first number is always going to be reset. The second number just needs to have this. So if it goes on this track, it will follow this path. Copy this. This. Boom. Copy paste it onto that last one. Boom. Okay. So now we have an input, output, all 4 directions. Input, output, all 4 directions. And then on that 5th one, 0 is coming along. Okay. And then just for good measure, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and do this. I'll go out one, copy this. Paste it. Paste it. So that should significantly slow down system. Perfect. Copy that, paste it. Delete these two. Perfect. Alright, so this for surely, there's the 0. Now we need to make sure and this is super slow. Nowhere close to the optimal solution. Okay, so 0 came along and unlocked the next set of inputs. Is it unlocking these? Yes, it is. Is it unlocking them in order? No. So this first number came out too fast, so I just need to artificially slow that down. So let's watch these. 8 coming out first, and it should be 16 next. So does the 8 beat the 16 is my question. It does, and it looks like this is slow by about... I might be able to just do this, and that might fix it. Even that. Zero. And again, this fourth one should go dark pretty quick. Input gets deleted. This one goes quick. 0's coming along. Unlock the next sequence. Meanwhile, we get 8, 16 followed by 5. There's 5. There's 8. And there's 16. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Alright. 8, 16. Wow, the 0. Okay, so the 0 was way too quick there. So, um, yeah, we'll just. Hey. Okay. 316. 12 by 0. Did we do it? Did we do it? Let's go. Took me 2,000 ticks. Oh man. Oh man. It took me 108 chips and 2,000 ticks, but we did it. We did it. Man. Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, it's definitely bedtime for me. To all of my 0 viewers, thank you for watching. Y'all have a great night. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.